Welcome back to No Man's Land. I'm Tobii Plays. We're doing the Everything Challenge. I've slept through the night and it's now May. You'll notice it's 5 a.m. because I have a plan for a very, very long day today. It's great to see our carrots and parsnips and red beets all started germination. What's this one? This is our sorghum. We planted all these last time. And over here on our far field, we have our oats and our carrots. Wheat's growing well. Oh, this field's big. There's gonna be a lot of harvesting in our future. I think today may be one of the last months to do another field. So the plan is to acquire a whole lot of land and see if we can get another crop in the ground. Here's all of our oats. We'll need to fertilize that. And lastly, our carrots. Let's have a look at the map. We only have $96,000, so we can only afford one piece of land because they're about $85,000 each. The obvious choices are this one, that one, or this one. I think if we go out here to 58, it's a little bit too far away from home. I'm tempted to get one of these two because I want to increase our sheep farm area, which is right in here. I'd like to squeeze another farm right there, another pasture. So I think 45 might be the appropriate one. It's a nice square field, as if we can just continue off of these. So I think we're going to do that. So I'm going to buy that. And the plan is to not bore you with that too much. The plan is to just get it cut, and then we'll get it baled as well. I'll show the progress along the way, but rather than a time lapse, I'm going to do a whole lot of jump cuts today, and then might do 2 months worth of progress today, just so we can see. Come on! Oh, it's around that's back to front. Oh, weird. No, that's correct. It goes this way. I don't know why I can't connect. There it goes. So let's run over here. Get this all unfolded. We don't really have an easy way going north-south, so we might have to contemplate putting in another road. I don't know what the future is for this field on the right-hand side. I think I might actually turn it into an area for productions. But for now, I'm going to quickly jump out, run around, cut these trees down so we can do the grass. Don't think there's too many trees in this property. My plan is to just do the entire field, or the entire farmland as one big field. So I think that's about it. I don't think this one, oh, maybe this one might be on our property as well. Wow, this piece of land's huge. Yeah. So I don't know whether I can do it in one day. I started at 5 a.m. as I said before. So hopefully we can do it. Wow, this is going to be huge. My plan is just to put a big, huge crop in here. I was actually thinking about potatoes. So this group of stuff here. Yeah, I'll get the logger for that one. I don't want to do that with a chainsaw. Deforest this a little bit. The good news now is that those trees in front of us are becoming more and more possible. So we'll cut all those down and get the wood from them. Alright, so the last two. Then we can get out the... question is, should we get out the trailer and pick those up? So, well, let's get this started. We'll put a road in, see how it goes, and we'll work out the trees as we progress. So let's get this stuff lowered. See what a big box looks like, and I'll see you at the other end. I think we've made some pretty good progress. About hour and a quarter of game time, about 10-15 minutes of real time. Got this whole new field cut. Next step is to bale. I just used the chainsaw and cut down the small trees along the way. All their stumps are in the ground, so as we pick up the swath here, we'll run the chipper at the same time on the front and get those ground out of the ground. But that is this done. The property goes up to this point. You can see the construction line. So yeah, the trees are all out of bounds at the moment, but that won't be an issue, I think. Whoops. Sorry, forklift. So let's quickly grab the baler and the stump grinder and get that done too. So we've got about, what is that, about 10-ish grass bales, which I think is enough to satisfy a sheep farm. So I think we can do this new field exclusively as silage. The sheep farm over here also has about 10 bales, so both the shed and this guy have probably enough to survive 1 or 2 years, so I don't think we need to get grass bales anytime soon. We could do hay, but I probably shouldn't have used the swath for that, so I think what we're going to do is just turn it back to silage size, which is 150, yeah, get this picked up. The first bale will be a grass bale as we finish this one off, which is fine, and then after that we'll have silage bales. That's the last grass bale. Turn on auto drop. Alright, let's get some silage. Looks like we've got quite a good haul out of this piece of grassland. This field's probably given us 2 trailer loads, 2 times 24 bales out of it. Probably about, easily $100,000 worth. We'll quickly finish off this stripe. I've went around and cleaned up any of the big missed areas, but there's a couple of small areas that we'll just skip. And yeah, next step is to get the trailer, and we'll dump these into our bale storage. The bale storage actually might get to the point where it's semi-full, which is kind of cool from an animation point of view. We could see a huge number of bales in the silo. After the bales are picked up, I guess the next step is to make the fields. My plan is to make this end quite thick, quite far away from the other field, so that a harvester or something quite big can do a U-turn without problems. More importantly, the AI can do that without having to back up and do some weird stuff. So probably somewhere around here at the maximum will be the width of the field. We'll leave with quite a long stripe here in the middle. Can we find 4%? Probably can. This little patch here should be enough to get us to 100%. Yep, there it is. So yeah, let's run over to the yard, pick up the trailer, and then probably have to do 2 or 3 loads, I'm guessing. So we got 2 times 24, so that's 48, plus another 6 more, so 54. So quite a good haul. We'll dump these again in the silo. I don't think we need to pull any of the silage out that we have in there and put it into our methane generator. I think we've got plenty of that. The next step will be to do the ploughing. So that will probably take a while. We're going okay from a game time point of view. We started at 5 AM rather than starting at 9 like normal, and we've only got to 12. So the day is progressing okay. I think we'll just leave this trailer here. It seems to be not a bad place to park it. Wait for that carriage to return. If you disconnect it, it will just stay halfway along. And disconnect. Alright, let's grab our plow, our handy little lizard. I think lizard 9T, I think it is. I love this mod. I think it's beautiful and wide, it's fast to use, it's pretty easy to maneuver. I don't think we need to put the shredder on the front, mainly because I think I got all of these tree stumps when we were doing the baling. The plow will go over it quite happily, so not the biggest idea. So let's open this up. I'm going to go quite wide here, wider than we've been. And the question is, how far do we want to be in? I want to make it so that the harvester can do a U-turn, which I'm guessing is about... Let's go up to about where the tree line is. Just try about here. I don't want to be off the property, so I'm going to make that triangle of our... on the mini-map over the white line. Yeah, I think there will do. We want to use create fields. Turned on. And then we'll try to keep this square and get a big, massive rectangle made. Let's get this. Yeah, as long as we get this outside one nice and square, everything on the inside can be a little bit more janky when we go up and down. Plan to go quite a fair way down here, right up to the boundary. You can see that we actually have mown out of the boundary a little bit. The mower was able to go out of bounds and pull some stuff in, but at the far end, it was so far out that we still can't pick up the grass. So I'm wary that we don't want to do that same problem with the harvester. So we are going to have to buy still a harvest head for our harvester that we bought a couple of episodes ago. I am a little bit worried about we have too much land for the amount of harvester size or harvester capacity we have. We'll have to bring in the crops for too many fields, but we'll deal with that when it comes. You do have 2 months, most months, to get the harvest in, so maybe we'll have to split it over 2 episodes or 2 months. I'm going to make it so we go pretty well close to the boundary up here. I think about there will do. And then yeah, so we're going to have to hire something for the carrots and that new premium expansion stuff. So that harvest is pretty big. I highly doubt we'll be able to afford to buy it. It's like 600,000. So I'm looking at the calendar. I'm rushing to get this done because this is the last few moments we have to plant stuff. We could just go full hog and make this a massive red beet, carrots, or parsnip field, but the harvesting would be horrific. I don't want to do grapes and olives. The harvester and just the effort to go up and down the vines is just too high at the start. This will be very, very end game type thing. Could do sorghum. Sorghum can be put into a flour mill. That's one of the main things I'm thinking about investing in next. So then we can move towards bread. We could do soybeans or corn, but we don't have a planter for it. So I think sorghum is what we're going to do. And then we still could flip it back into wheat and barley. My plan is to have a massive amount of material in the flour factory and then not return to it for 1 or 2 years. So like basically do one year's worth of harvesting, or do 1 year of harvesting and then produce 2 or 3 years worth of materials. And so basically, you know, do it every second year. I'm going to go really, really close to where we got to the grass. A bit far out. Probably... Yeah, I think that tree gave us a pretty good line to those trees. The big patch of trees. I want to make it so you can drive around the trees down there. So, and we'll put productions around it. Probably put the flour mill close to here. This looks like it will be one of the bigger fields, and we won't want to have to cart stuff too far. So I think this will do. Alright, let's get this ploughed out, and I'll see you at the other end of it. We just hit 2 PM, nearly got the ploughing done. I just checked the help files. I was looking into lime and what the benefit is. It's 15%, which is not inconsequential. If it was like, you know, 2.5%, 5%, somewhere around there, I think I would have probably skipped it. But being 15%, and particularly on such a large area, I am tempted to definitely do it. So we'll run up to the shop. There's 2 things I want to do up there. Fill this thing up with petrol. I also want to maintain it. The health of the vehicle has definitely degraded. I mean, it's our sole tractor, and we've been using it for 11.2 hours based on the bottom right corner. So we'll give this some maintenance. Hopefully it's not going to blow through our budget. We only have 44 grand. There is a 3 or 4 months till we do harvesting, so I'm not too worried about building up the money again required to rent the appropriate equipment and or buy the appropriate equipment. This plough's gone okay. I don't think I missed any of the stumps, so that was good news. Or I haven't seen any at least. It has jumped up and down a bit every once in a while. You can see they're doing that now. That makes me think it may be hitting something, but I think it's okay. Alright, so let's put this away. These trees are kind of in the way on the corner here, these spare ones, so at some point I need to run around with a trailer and clean those up. One of the things I do want to do very quickly is go into the construction menu and kind of make these roads. I think we're using asphalt. Where's asphalt? There it is. Just want to put asphalt right in here. Because this has turned into a little mini roadway through here. So since the silo also is asphalt based, just want to make this a little bit more like a road through here. And I'll do the same thing here, square this out. We'll leave that as dirt though, up there. And I think over here is fine. This is... this could be faded out like that. That's fine. And this one's already got a road through it. I might widen this a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. I find that I've been driving through these little gaps a lot. So you may as well make them nice and hard and official. So we'll just dump this back to where it was. Since the money's a bit short, I think I might do some stone and gold at the end of the day. We'll do that off camera though. Just a way of making a little bit more extra money. So the first things first, I was going to run up the shop, get this thing maintained. So while that's happening, let's rent our fertilizer spreader. I'm just going to go to the super big one. We can't afford to buy it, so we'll have to rent it again. This time we will get the extension to get everything as big as possible. And we'll lease that because it's a pretty big field. I don't know whether we'll get around to using it for spraying today. At worst, we have to hire it again. But let's maintain this guy because he's getting quite low. So we've got to repairs 15 grand. So that's going to take a fair bit of our cash, but we've got to keep this thing working. So let's do that nice and healthy again. We have about 8 bags of lime down in the farmyard. I think. I'm wondering if we should get a couple more up here. Yeah, I think I might grab just a couple more up here. We'll grab 4 here. At worst, we end up with some left over in the yard. But I'm pretty sure we're going to be doing a lot of lime here. So let's load this up, and I'll see you out in the field. Okay, that's that filled up. Those trees are hanging around and being a bit annoying, so definitely going to have to set a priority to get them done. Let's unfold this. I'm going to let the worker do this. They'll do a much better job than I will. Okay, let's do something about these trees. There's a couple of ways of doing this. We could try to put them into a trailer. We could move them by hand. I think I'm just going to quickly move these by hand. So then these two, for you guys to watch me do this, I'm just going to walk over here repeatedly and dump these off. Actually, I'm going to put them all in a big pile here. There's so many of these little trees hanging around. What we really need to do is use the trailer, but we only have the single tractor right now. It's tempting to buy another tractor, but we just don't have the money for it. 26,000. Unless we're lucky. Oh my! Of all things, there actually is something in the sales right now. What's this thing? Slurry distributor. Okay. Seed. This is for potatoes. Yeah, and that beet harvesting, and then a little runaround vehicle. That's relatively cheap. I don't know how strong it would be. Does it have a trailer hook? It has a basic one. This one's pretty huge. 225 to 280 horsepower. Our current one is 350. So it would be a smaller one. But 85 grand is not a bad price. 770 20S. So I think that's a medium-sized one. It might be classed as small. Yeah, it's way up there, 772S. So yeah, it's a one of the larger medium ones. I am tempted to get that. That's a pretty big deal. 85 grand. Yeah, I'm gonna take a loan out and we'll pay it back by the end of the day. So we need 85 grand. We'll get 90 out for now. And we'll get this. We'll keep it. Actually, what I might do is get it with. Can you get it with narrow tires? Because we need to do. If we get it with narrow tires, we can do the field spreading without damaging the crop. And we'll worry about getting the attacher at the front maybe later. And the engine can stay as base. So let's get this, but with narrow tires, and we'll use it as our field spreader. And there we go, our new one. This should have a decent amount of horsepower to do fertilizing and stuff like that. We'll bring our straw shredder back to the yard. Yeah, I'm glad we were able to get that, because that way we can use it for fertilization. Because if we look at our map, the entire area over here needs to be fertilized. And actually, well, that's our grass, which can be skipped. And this is our new field. I think I'll continue just to line these up along here. This is like our dumping zone. The trailer is over here. So I'm going to run around the property and pick up all the small trees, and then we'll dump them straight into the sawmill to be chipped up as firewood. So let's run over here and we'll get the far ones first. I think I dumped some right here. They're everywhere. So yeah, we'll run around, pick up as many as I can find and get them into the sawmill. I think there's still a fair few out in the field on the left-hand side here. I don't think we cleared up way out there. I don't think we cleared them up, but we'll deal with that in the future. For now, I just want to get this field finished. So that's that done. So we'll trade heads, and we'll get this guy to do the seeding, and then we'll put this fertilizer on this tanker on the other one, and we'll get the fertilization done on the wheat fields or the oat fields, whatever it was that needed it. Looks like we used nearly all of it, all of our bags. 4,000 spare. Looks like I missed one tree there. Oh well. Yeah, I like the gap here, nice and wide. Means you can do a U-turn without too much problem. Definitely will keep that nice and wide going forward. Looks like we've got a fair few lime bags left over now, so we'll have to remember that next time we do an unload, next time we do lime, don't buy any more. So let's take this over here, and we'll fill this up with fertilizer now. I think we've got a couple left in the field, or in the yard. So we've only got 2 bags. Looks like we're only going to have a couple of thousand, so we'll have to go to the shop. So let's trade this out. First things first is I'm going to get these John Deeres going. So let's get these over to the field. Doesn't matter if we start a bit over the edge. Now I'm going to leave that to the worker and see how well they go at it. 15 meters. Oh, I know what I haven't done is I haven't increased the width. So let's choose the first one. Alright. Stop the worker. Yeah, I didn't. If you look at the left-hand side, I didn't extend this out. And I don't think I even did the right one fully either. No, I didn't. So let's drop. Down. 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 Alright, let's try again. That should be our full 15 meters wide. You can put more out. You could make 5 wide if you wanted. So let's see how that goes. While that's happening, let's jump across into our new Massey Ferguson. And we'll grab that fertilizer spreader. Since it's rented, we'll use it as much as possible. It's kind of weird how you've got to put the thin tires on the tractor, but somehow you don't have to put thin tires on the trailer. Doesn't really make sense. I'm going to buy probably 2 more bags or 4 more bags. Oh, actually, I'll grab 8, and then we can just dump them in the yard. Actually, we don't have that much money, so I only get 4. I have to be able to pay for the worker too. So you can see the dollars ticking down. Fill this up. The driveway at the end there is quite wide. I think we'll be able to successfully put a harvester down there, which is good news. We'll have to buy the head at some point. But the harvester, and I don't really want to have to buy the trailer just to get it out of the shop. So hopefully we can buy the harvester head, or at least rent it, attach it to the harvester, and then drive out of here without problem. Next 2 or 3 months they're going to be pretty empty actually, as far as things to do. Once we get these crops in the ground, there's not much more to do. So look at the map, just double check what we're doing. Yeah, we're going to do our second dosage of this. I'm just going to make sure that it actually applies. Oh, I thought the truck might do that. Ah. Well, in that case, you can go away. You can be returned. And we need to rent. Yeah, I was just saying that before. It's surprising it didn't destroy the crop. We need to use this one. Oh, we are money strapped. Let's get some more loan. Actually, you know what? I'm going to buy this. It's so good. I'm just going to buy it. I'm going to get a big loan out. Loans have definitely got a bit out of control today, but that's okay. So yeah, that's something I learned today. I didn't know that the spreaders cause crop damage. Doesn't surprise me, as I said. Because we've got such a big loan, we might go around the office and see if there's anything we can sell. Also, the other thing I thought I had was, because we now have the forklift, we can turn off selling as the default option and then start keeping some of our produce like chairs and stuff and start selling them at the maximum period. Alright, let's fill this up. Both the left and the right fields need doing here. Alright, this is really wide. I think we can start like this. And I'm going to let the worker do that one as well, because they just do a better job. Alright, let's jump across to this guy and see what he's doing. Was he able to finish? Are you just confused? Okay, it looks like he's confused, so looks like I'll do this myself. He was just sitting there doing nothing. These are mods, so it doesn't surprise me that they've got some level of problem when it comes to the game. Zoom out, make sure we're getting everything. Alright, let me get this field planted. Well, it's an end of a long day. Started at 6 AM. Looks like we're going to end at 6 PM. But we were able to mow this ground, bale it, pick up the bales, shove them in our shed, then plow it, then lime it, and then finally at the moment seed it with the sorghum. So quite successful. The AI bot didn't like using these equipment, so I swapped with it and got it to just do the fertilizing. Just a quick double check on what it's doing. I have no idea why you're over here. It looks like it went right to left. It's kind of strange. Let's have a look at the map. What did you do? Yeah, it went this way and then it traversed to the left. So let me set it off again. I'll set it off probably from this side, and it should be a little bit smarter. At worst, I'll take over myself as well. So about that wide, I think. Yeah, about that wide. So we'll get that started. Alright, let's finish off this. I'm going to disconnect these, and then we'll just use a single one to finish this off. As always, don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and thanks for watching as we turned field 45 round in one episode. Next time we will be out of planting season, so I'm not sure what we'll be able to do. Probably focus a bit more on productions, but until then, enjoy farming and we'll see you next time.